What an awesome soundtrack here. This is the main user interface for the Mega Drive Mini, and Yuzo Koshiro did a tremendous job on this. He also worked on Revenge of Shinobi, Streets of Rage, Shenmue, and amongst other games, the Streets of Rage 4, which came out recently in a collaboration with other amazing composers. But we're going to load up the RetroCat Extreme shortcut here for those of you who are familiar with the inside joke going back a couple years. And we're going to do more brawlers here with a little bit of a SuperCharged fiesta here. And we're going to go down to an amazing game, X-Men 6-Player Edition. We're going to run this with MAME 2003 Plus. And this is a game that I kind of threw the idea the way of Mahoney T944. I'm like, it would be pretty damn awesome being able to run the 6-player mode, activate version of X-Men. And I've tried this and it's always had issues. It would either crash or not load all 6 players. But now we're going to make it past the EEPROM check, and it's going to be running on MAME 2003 Plus. Absolutely awesome here. And on top of that, it is a little bit slower because of the extra CPU usage as needed to run all 6-player mode activate. But with the SuperCharged edition, is going to be running pretty decently. You'll see what I mean in a moment here once we get into the game. And I'm a big fan of stuff like the X-Men cartoon series. I'd have to say my favorite cartoon series, I mean, I grew up on the 80s cartoon series, but the best cartoon series were the 1990s. I mean, X-Men, Superman, Batman, these are all untouchable cartoon series from the 1990s. Look at this amazing animation. It feels like it's right out of the cartoon series. But we're going to do a little bit of X-Men here. We'll play Cyclops to start with there. And if you've ever seen this in the arcade, it's like a widescreen multi-monitor game. And it'd be so damn awesome having like 5 other people playing the game with you. I mean, we need to do that, right? Oh, I'm getting beat up here. Let's pull up another player. We're going to go into input. Right here. Hotkey binds. For port 2, we're going to change the device index to the same as my controller 1. And we'll change the device index on here to the same. We'll do it for all 6 of these. So we're going to do 6-player mode activate. Okay? And we're going to put select, and look at that. Oh, hell yeah, we got 6-player mode activate. Colossus, Wolverine, Storm Dazzler, Nightcrawler for the win here. Doesn't get better than this. We have all their special abilities as well. Check this out. Oh, this is so awesome. And this will be the first here. Now, some people would think this is a generic run-of-the-mill brawler, but you had the 6-player mode activate component to it. It really stands out as awesome. Look at this. Let's clear the entire screen at once with one power blast of all characters. How awesome is that? Oh, hell yeah. I remember how some of the X-Men episodes actually did like origin stories. Like you've seen maybe the episode where they did like Jubilee's origin, and they had Dazzler in a couple episodes. It was just so damn cool. And I've also been a big fan of the Marvel Masterpiece card series. I used to collect those way back, and they had so many amazing arts to them. Unfortunately, I lent my collection of them to somebody, and he never gave it back to me. He basically stole from me, but later on I told somebody on eBay about this, and he gave me a really damn good deal, and I was able to get my original collection from like 1992, as well as many other collections. But again, I used to watch the Superman, Adventures of Superman, Batman, and of course the X-Men series, and these were all great on the WB, etc. way back. I think it was still called the WB back then. Oh, Colossus. And Colossus is also a very fun character to watch in Deadpool 1 and 2. Where's the Mega Sonic superhero character? She was only created for that movie. She was not actually in comics literally until the movie came out. But this runs so awesome here. 6-player mode activated again. Tremendous job helping get this going, Mahoney T944. And we'll get the first boss out of the way here in a moment here. But yes, you definitely got to get 5 friends and hook up like daisy chains, a hub, or USB, OTG and such, and do 6-player mode activate. Or you can each have like 2 players each, or 3 players each, whichever way you so choose to do it. And I love when you have boss patterns there. This is like, looks like a TMNT style boss here. Oh yeah. This guy's got nothing. You literally just like stay out of his line of fire there, and then go take him out so easily. He's such an easy pattern boss here. Let him jump, throw a fire at you, and then there he goes, down. We have a decoy there as well. Oh yeah, this should be an easy boss to take down. Really cool game. I mean, again, some people are big fans of brawler games in general, are not going to really consider this like in their top 10 brawler games, but with the 6-player mode activate, it definitely stands out as being pretty damn awesome, along with games like TMNT, Simpsons. I mean, these are games that, if you're in the arcade, it demands you put in the corner with your friends and playing the game. Take them down now. And I love the fact that they have the flash in, just like we have Bebop and Rocksteady in the TMNT arcade game as well, because you kind of know when the enemy's about to go down. Why does this look like Baxter? Baxter Stockman. It reminds me of Baxter Stockman, without a doubt. Oh yeah, and every time you die, you basically recharge your energy and do the power blast and such, or you can even do cheats with the main menu too. We got this. See, main menu, we can go to cheats there. Let's try this one more time. And then with cheats, we can do infinity energy for player 1, for player 2, for player 3, for player 4, for player 5, for player 6, and let's go back here. Check this out. Now we can do crazy non-stop power attacks there. Look, I have a glitch character there. Oh, that is so awesome. No enemies are going to be able to even do anything on the screen here. Oh, look at that. See, with the infinite energy, I can do the energy attacks. Oh, that's so awesome. Oh, hell yeah. Let's let a few enemies build up on the screen and do my crazy energy attacks. There we go. Check this out. Let's not hit the main button. There we go. There we go. Or I can just do the standard attacks as well. And those of you who've actually played the X-Men game on Game Boy Advance over the years might have realized that you had no sound on it, but you could literally add Game Boy Advance BIOS to it, and that's actually one game that works with sound once you add the BIOS. And thank you, Black Sunshine, for pointing out to me, because I've actually played that game for a number of years without the BIOS, so I was not even aware of the fact that it actually fixed the sound for the BIOS. So thank you so much for that. We learned a new thing. I mean, you can teach an old modern new tricks. It happens that way. Okay. Oh, look at this. Let's get to this boss of the stage here. Oh, look at this. Nope. That thing would normally knock me down to life or so. Oh, these infinity power is so awesome here. Infinity energy for the win. Check this out. Come on, let's see how many people we get on screen here, Carry Warrior style. Oh yeah? Take this. Look at that. Screen clearing there. Oh yeah, I want to go back and watch that X-Men series as well. And I also like the X-Men Evo, you know, Evolution series, where it kind of shows them as teenagers. That was a fun series as well. I mean, there's also like a Wolverine anime, if you've ever seen that, Iron Man anime, they're all fun. There we go, take them down. Oh yeah. Okay, thank you, Mahoney T944. This is definitely a great thing. I mean, you can play this entire game with your buddies, catch up on like the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, all that fun jazz. We're gonna be to the third stage in no time here. We got another boss battle coming here. Oh, okay. Taking on the Blob here. And spoiler alert, the Blob was pretty damn cool in Deadpool 2. I really got a kick out of him in that movie. Okay. Okay. Almost done here. And I'm looking forward to seeing like more Sony characters showing up in like the Disney universe now, because we definitely have to have Deadpool and Phase 4, Blob, the various X-Men. I mean, they're probably not going to have Hugh Jackman as Wolverine again unless we get really lucky, but it would be so damn awesome to see him show up, even if it's like a flash forward in the future and such, and then it has like the new actor playing the older version of him. But as far as I'm concerned, Hugh Jackman is always going to be Wolverine. It'll never change in my opinion. Now it looks like we're playing like Cadillacs and dinosaurs. It feels like an open world game as well. Okay, and speaking of awesome games, let's move on to like a few more games on the playlist there. I mean, those of you who are familiar with like some Capcom CPS 1, 2, 3, etc. games, I mean, Battle Circuit is actually one of the last games they ever made, and this game is so damn awesome. I mean, you just have to give it a shot here because it has an upgrade system. Every time you beat the stages, you can earn coins and actually upgrade your character, and that is a really big thing. I love games that do that. Just like in Gaiopolis, I mean, what other games do you know where you can actually upgrade your characters? And it really stands out for me. I'm going to show you another game too. I'm going to go a little bit off a tangent here, but look at this character here. Yo, Iris! We're just going to play the game for a win here. Okay. Kind of a very strange oddball game, but look, we can actually earn coins. Look, and once we beat the first stage, we'll be able to upgrade our character. Like, I have a whip as one of my weapons here. You'll see it in a moment here once I get the action going. Press A and B while jumping. Oh, we got that. Okay. This music is very interesting, too. And we got a familiar character, too. I mean, it feels like something like out of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. And I've always got a kick out of the Bulldog in the OVA anime and the game series. I'm just going to do single player mode activate for this game right now. This looks like Mars Attacks here. Mars Attacks was actually a pretty fun movie with all its cameo appearances, you know, like, spoiler alert, Matthew Broderick, Sarah Jessica Parker, Jack Nicholson, and so on. I mean, how many people do you know that were in that movie? I mean, there are so many of them. I think even Glenn Close was in that movie, if I remember correctly. Nice, you know, Ed Wood, Danny Elfman movie, sorry. Let's go on here. You are always so good, Iris. It was no sweat, Harry. That winner dialogue here. Okay, we're checking out the Mars Attacks here. Okay, and I'm watching the Resident Alien, another Alien show right now. Pretty fun stuff. We can do a whip brush, also a pretty fun shmup style game. We'll do the whip brush here. There we go. We upgraded our whip brush. Now we can actually do quicker whips here. And this music here kind of reminds me of Streets of Rage. Listen. Does Yuzo Koshiro have something to do with this soundtrack, or is it just inspired by him? It really does feel like Streets of Rage music right now. But yes, it's so damn awesome going through this game and upgrading everything. And I haven't like beaten the game in a while, but I'm kind of wondering if I keep going and if I can do like new game plus, like spoiler alert, God of War 2, etc., and carry over all my upgrades to the beginning again. But cool game here. Battle Syndicate for the win. One of Capcom's last arcade games of the CP1, 2, C3 nature. Let's see what other kind of games we have to play here. Okay, we're gonna go through the playlist here, and well, we're gonna do this game right here. I mean, there are two in the series. We have the Dungeon game, then we have the sequel to it, Guardians, and we're gonna do the Guardians one right now. And this has a nice sense of humor to it. Also, some badass, kick-ass gameplay, as you'll see in a moment here. It takes a few seconds to initialize, as you'll see. I mean, depending on how the game's initialized, like Gaiopolis initially took a while to initialize. If you didn't have like Extreme Virtual RAM or such, the game could crash. Or have slowdowns and freezes and burns, and that's no fun. You don't want these lags. But Mahoney T944 helped out with that game as well as like many other games like Monster Ballers, and as well as the Japan equivalent. But check this out here. Awesome game. You're going to see for yourself in a moment here. And just look at the sense of humor. I mean, you just got to look at the backgrounds in every scene here. Once I go to the first door here, just watch what's happening here. Bam, presto for the win here. Okay. We'll pick this character here. And let's see what this is all about for a moment here. I love the sense of humor in this game, because you're going to see what I'm talking about. Because I remember way back to watching like the Brady Bunch years ago, and it's one of those shows that like rose-tinted glasses, where when you're younger, you kind of get a kick out of it, but when you go back to it later on, you're like, what the hell was I thinking watching that show? And later on, in the final episodes, they introduced like a mischievous character who would always like sabotage things unintentionally. And you might remember what I'm talking about, when they were building like a house of cards. The kid actually knocked the house down. And you're going to see something similar to that. Spoiler alert coming up here in a moment or two once I get to the first door here. Just check it out for yourself here. And I'm thinking of some other shows to go back to. Like, I started watching the show Community again on Netflix. That show holds up quite well. I mean, shows like Always Sunny in Philadelphia, Community, these are fun shows. And Workaholics, I mean, Big Bang Theory, Seinfeld, what are some of your favorite comedy shows that you can watch over and over again? I still need to watch 30 Rock. I've only seen like a couple episodes of 30 Rock. But, again, watch what happens in this next section here when I go to the door. Just watch. Look what he's doing. He's building a card house. Oops, I knocked it down. He's pissed off now. So now we're going to kick my ass. And look, pose. Strike a pose there. You got a cameraman here filming me getting my butt whooped. But yes, this is a great game. This is the Denjin Makai 2. It's called Guardians. We're going to play a few more games here. Once we get past this battle. See if we can do a special attack here. And again, like the level up system that I showed you in Battle Circuit, there's a game on PSP that's a little bit like that as well. Oh, this is such a cool game. Flashy animations here. And speaking of flashy animations, one game that you might not expect to be that good for arcade is actually the Sailor Moon game. It has a really cool nifty thing as far as like animations are concerned. I'm going to show you in a moment once we get to it. Okay, we're almost done with this boss battle. Again, try out Denjin Makai 2, aka Guardians, and you'll get a huge kick out of this, and it's running way better with a SuperCharged performance upgrade. Oh, great. Oh, yeah. That's like the motorcycles and like Batman Begins, another great brawler. What's happening here? What's going on? Oh no, it's like transfers, the heads are gonna explode. Okay. But Denjin Makai 2 for the win. And when I was talking about the amazing flashy animations, I'm going to give you an example of this right now. I'm going to go to my list here, and we're going to do Sailor Moon, a game that you might not even think would be a playable game, but it's actually a pretty damn cool game if you're a Brawler fan. And it's kind of funny now because I watched this movie, Psycho Gorman, recently, and the enemies in this game kind of remind me of like a mashup of like Power Rangers and Psycho Gorman things. And a while back, one of my girlfriends, was really interested in like the live-action Sailor Moon series, and I was able to dig that up for her, and I didn't even know it existed until she asked me about looking for it, but very different thing. Not really my forte or type of thing to watch. I mean, I never really got into Power Rangers either. But when I watched Psycho Gorman, I could definitely appreciate the humor of it being like an adult version of Power Rangers. But like I said, there's some amazing animations in this game, and you do like your special power attacks. I'm not sure what I'm talking about when we get a game. Band Presto again for the win here. But check it out here when we get a game here. This music kind of reminds me of like your typical like Sonic the Hedgehog or Alex Kidd game. And remember Alex Kidd, the mascot that never worked out, but Alex Kidd, the Miracle World, one of my absolute favorite games on the Sega Master System. Also love the Mega Drive version. Let's get a few enemies on screen. Here we got our Psycho Gorman style enemies, for those of you who've seen it. Look up the trailer for Psycho Gorman right now and you see what I'm talking about. That movie's just ridiculous. And check out this amazing animation here. Here we go, check it out. Bam! Full screen animation here. That is cool as hell. How many games do you know that do this? I know one other one offhand that does this. I'm going to show you in a moment here. In any game where you can do like the double tap to run, that's always cool in my book too. So you can do your flying kicks. And you can't do this in Final Fight. I kind of wish that you would be able to do it in Final Fight. But I think you might be able to do it in like Final Fight 3. It's been a while since I last played it. So confirm or deny if I'm right on that fact. Now we're going to go to the other game on the list here, which also has animation similar to this. And it's the Arabian fight game. And check this out. I mean, it takes the amazing proportions of the animation from Sailor Moon and takes it up to tenfold. It's like going to Mode 7 on stuff like F-Zero. And, winners don't use drugs. William S. Sessions, director of the FBI. Love my games with that. But check this out here. We're going to do the amazing, just the tricks they use to do this are so absolutely incredible. Okay, we're ready. What's Billy Zane doing in this game? Come on now. Okay, Billy Zane was a pretty badass actor in all the stuff I've seen him into, even though he typically plays the villain in a lot of things he's in. But he also played the live-action version of the Phantom. But look at this crazy thing. I mean, I can go to the top of the screen and get smaller. I can come to the bottom of the screen and get larger. Look at these crazy... It's like watching a cartoon right now. This is so awesome. Remember that cartoon series that was on Saturday morning cartoons that reminds you of this type of animations? Pirates of Darkwater, what's it called? That's what kind of reminds me of right here. I'm going to do my special attack here. Check this out. Yeah! Animation again, just like on the other game. Oh, yeah. Let's see what other games we have to showcase here. I mean, we can do a couple more. We're going to do Combatribes, another game made by the same company who made, like, Renegade, Double Dragon, etc. This is an awesome game. Some of the complexities of the moves here, winners don't use drugs again, made into games like Batman Begins later on, like the grabbing the enemies and bashing their heads together type of thing. Let's check this out here. And on Netflix, I actually started watching Eddie Murphy Raw. I mean, I love going back to some of these old comedy specials when they didn't really care about political correctness. And some of the stuff is actually what made Eddie Murphy kind of quit doing it for a while, because he and even Bill Cosby at the time, and we're not going to get into any kind of drama with Bill Cosby right now. I was saying at the time, they really didn't want to do anything, like comedy-wise, that would actually be something their kids cannot watch. And what's Randy Macho Man doing on a motorcycle there? Come on now. I always want to go back to watching Sons of Anarchy as well. That was a fun show. We're going to do some head bashing here. And this has like 20-something moves in this game? It's crazy. Oh yeah. This is so cool. You know it'd be really damn cool if somebody did like a fan-made hack where they had Beavis and Butthead. Imagine Beavis and Butthead in a game like this with their sound effects and everything. And even though they're doing like the Paramount Plus, which is coming out, which is a rebrand of CBS, they're going to have a new Beavis and Butthead movie. I really hope it's better than the PG-13 one that I saw in the theater. I mean, Beavis and Butthead Do America. Great soundtrack, by the way. And this is kind of a weird thing here. I don't really want to get into this, but talking about Kurt Cobain, If you look at a Beavis and Butthead soundtrack, one of the last songs that was in the soundtrack is, and I hate to say this because I really, really admire his work and everything, but he did a song in the soundtrack for Beavis and Butthead, I Hate Myself and Want to Die. Can anybody clarify what that means? It's so strange that that song showed up in the soundtrack. Now we're going to move on to another thing here. We're going to move on to Two Crude Dudes here. And if you've ever played Bad Dudes, this is the spiritual follow-up sequel to Bad Dudes. More of like a futuristic RoboCop type thing here. And if you install the Blur's H mod, you can run these amazing, amazing boards here. And thank you, Mark WK, Grant2258, Arcades 2003, Mahoney T944 for helping out with all these tremendous MAME things. And it kind of reminds me of like, spoiler alert, a Sledgehammer episode. Love this music here as well. Kind of reminds me of like Ninja Warriors Returns. This music is awesome. This could be like a great Toe Jam and side scrolling brawler here. And this game is also on, of course, it's Two Crude Dudes on Mega Drive, but I like this version better. You can literally pick up almost anything in the game too. It's so awesome. This is definitely so Toe Jam and I wonder if anybody who did the soundtrack to Toe Jam and worked on this. But yes, let me know what comedy shows you've been watching lately. Like I said, I'm going to some of the Always Sunny in Philadelphia episodes that I haven't seen in a while, and some of the other newest ones. And one thing that I consider like a fail-safe here is, like me and my wife like to typically turn on the TV, and we would turn it to like Law and Order. You can never get tired of Law and Order. And I've never really saw Criminal Intent until more recently. And it's so fun watching Vincent D'Onofrio, who's an impeccable actor. I mean, ever since I first saw him. And, of course, Full Metal Jacket, he's just an amazing actor that completely carries that show. And any episode of Criminal Intent Law & Order with him is absolutely worth watching.